Everybody, 10:28. So I want to get started. Today I don't have a whole lot to go over simply because you're taking a test today. So one of the first things that I want to remind you of is that the study guide is worth points in the grade book. So it's really a completion thing. So making sure that you took the time to go over it. I have made a few comments if I saw somebody got something messed up on that study guide. So go ahead and take a look at any responses that I might have made. For the most part, everybody is you're just going through it and filling it out, and it's going just fine. But just want to make sure you know, go ahead and get that turned in. Another reminder that once I've graded something, once there's a score associated with something in classroom, then I need to return it to you before I can get it to mesh with campus. So if you see that you got it returned to you and it has a score, then that means you don't have to submit it again, okay? It just might mean that I haven't actually crisscrossed those paths of campus and classroom. So, but you should then soon see your score in campus, okay? Before I go too far with science, because I have a couple other things I want to talk about, I just want to remind all of you that there is Jingle Bingo tomorrow. And so your charger time or first hour teacher has posted a bingo card that's blank that you can fill in. And so the little key is also attached there, so you know what numbers go in with or mesh with each letter, okay? So make sure you check your Google Classroom that your charger time or first hour teacher has, because that's most likely where they have posted that, okay? Let's see, so the study guide, again, I just mentioned, is worth points, so make sure you get that turned in. If you have questions about something on the study guide and you haven't taken the test yet, then please email me or Google Meet with me and we can go over any of those questions that you might have. I'm seeing some scores coming in that look pretty good. I'm seeing some scores come in that look like we should have slowed down a little. So if you haven't taken the test yet, remember, take your time, read the questions really carefully, okay? So it's very easy to just start clicking away, okay? Be careful, be careful. Tomorrow, you're going to have your pH lab. So when you were here those last few days of school, I handed out a little Ziploc that had 2 little strips of paper in it. And you should go and find those either today or tomorrow morning, because there will be a lab for you to complete using those 2 little strips of paper. Now, if you by chance weren't here those days to get those strips of paper, don't fear, there's some instructions on the lab that you'll get tomorrow, what to do in case you didn't get those pH paper strips, okay? Just kind of as a little extra information, there's a lot of really cool science stuff happening right now. I don't know if any of you have heard yet, but Kilauea, the volcano, the main volcano in Hawaii, erupted again last night. It was about 3 a.m. our time, about 11 p.m. Yesterday for them. So Kilauea was responsible for destroying 700 homes back in 2018. And the lava flow reaches very, very far. It goes out miles and miles. So if we were in earth science, like we've taught in the past in 8th grade, we'd talk a lot about the Kilauea volcano. If you're interested at all, though, please go check it out. There are some pictures that are just starting to come about what happened. They had a lot of earthquakes leading up to that eruption, and then a big earthquake also following the eruption. So go and get some information on that if you're interested. Also tonight, today is actually the winter solstice. That means that today is the shortest daylight hours of the entire year. And so that also marks for us the beginning of winter here in the Northern Hemisphere. And so please understand that also what you could notice, I think sundown is around 4:37 p.m. today. Yikes, that's not a lot of sunlight hours. And so shortly after the sun goes down, you're going to be able, if the clouds part later today, you're going to be able to see the conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn. And so what that means is basically that they're kind of lining up in the sky. So they look almost like they're one star, because many of those bright spots we see just at the horizon, right after the sundown or the sun before the sun comes up, those are not actually stars. Those are indeed planets that are reflecting light off of their surfaces. So just so you know that that's happening, Jupiter and Saturn are in conjunction. That means that they are kind of lined up. They will look to us from Earth like they're crashing into each other, but they're, I don't know, 430 million miles apart or something. So no worries, no worries. However, the conjunction of the light that they're both reflecting is what a lot of people believe was the Christmas star that the wise men followed. So it's kind of a nifty thing that it's happening here again in late December. And so the last time that this happened that we could actually see it was approximately 800 years ago. So if you have a chance later tonight, in other words, by tonight, I mean really like 5:30, like right before you're going to sit down and have supper maybe, or before you're going to, be eating later tonight, check it out. It's my understanding that it will be in the southwest sky, but I could be off on that. But go ahead and, even if you go and look at the Google little thing today, when you pull up Google and click on it, it talks about Saturn and Jupiter being in conjunction. Okay. So again, that's all that I really have for you today, because I'm just here to remind you to take your time on the test. Please, please slow down. If you haven't taken it yet, then please take your time reading each question and each answer response. Let's see. Oh, and if you have questions, please let me know. You can jump on and email me, or we can meet. And again, you'll need those test strips, those pH paper strips, tomorrow for the lab, okay? So if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, that's all I have for you today, trying to keep it short and sweet. Have a great rest of your day. Good luck on the test.